We just got an insane amount of info for the Shattered Veil Zombies map and everything new coming into Zombies with Season 3. They confirmed the return of Double Tap, the Ray Gun Mark II, and the Wonder Waff. Showed us a sneak peek at some new enemy types like the Elder Disciple and Toxic Zombies. New Gobblegums, a new field upgrade, the augments for Double Tap, and a lot more. First, let's go ahead and take a look at Double Tap's augments. For our major augments, we have Double Jeopardy, where normal zombies at low health have a chance to die immediately when shot. Doesn't seem like that crazy of an augment, but maybe it'll have some uses. Next, we have Double Impact, where double hits on the same target in quick succession deal more damage. Already seems like that would be very good, especially using something like an automatic weapon that would do a lot of damage, especially if it stacks. And then we have Double Standard, where all non-critical shots do double damage, only applies to normal bullet weapons. So we're not going to be able to get this on like the Mustang and Sally's or on our launchers or anything explosive. And I'm assuming this counts for the blade launcher as well. And in some cases, this could be good, especially if you're fighting something like an abomination and it's not going to open its mouth to let you get that critical hit. But in most cases, a critical hit's going to do more than double the amount of damage that a normal body shot would do. So I don't know how much I'm going to be using this augment. And as for our minor augments, we have Double Time, which increases the fire rate bonus that Double Tap gives you, which seems like it could be pretty good, especially for some lower fire rate weapons. Then we have Double or Nothing, where weapons have a chance to do double damage, but also have a chance to do 0 damage. Oh, I don't know if I'd want to use that or not. Seems like a very high risk, high reward augment. Could be very, very bad to do absolutely no damage to a zombie, but doubling the amount of damage you do could be absolutely insane. And then we have Double Play, where killing 2 enemies in quick succession has a chance to return 2 rounds in your magazine, only applies to normal bullet weapons. Again, not going to be able to get this on any explosive weapons. And this kind of seems like that Deadshot augment that we had before, where it has a chance to put a bullet back in your mag by hitting a critical kill. But for this, I definitely think Double Time is going to be the augment that we go for in Double or Nothing. Could be fun to mess around with. We also get a look at the PH Deadly Operator skin for Carver, which is the reward you get for completing the main quest on Shattered Veil. And I don't know about you guys, but to me, this looks exactly like the Pentagon Thief from 5. It's got like the same glasses and everything. I really like this Easter egg completion reward. This seems like something they normally would throw into a bundle, but I like to see them moving more towards us being able to unlock some cooler looking cosmetics for free just by playing the game. They also confirmed with the Ray Gun Mark II that there's 3 different variants we can unlock. The Ray Gun Mark II W, P, and R. The W being offering a similar bullet patterns to a submachine gun. This also has a random chance to ignite enemies, so it looks like it's a fire element type. Then for the P, shooting ammunition like a shotgun with the chance to spawn a sigil with the ability to grant invulnerability to the player while standing on it for a limited time. Almost kind of sounds like Stone Cold Stronghold on top of it, shooting like a shotgun. That could be pretty fun to use. And then for the R variant, dropping zombies with a marksman rifle like discharge, expect a chance to spread a plague infection that can inflict area of effect damage. Marksman rifle kind of throws me off there. Not a big fan of marksman rifles, but it having like almost a brain rot AoE effect could be fun to use. And we are seeing the return of a disciple with a new design. I've seen a lot of people say that this looks like it's wearing the keeper's robe with all the medallions and everything on it. And we briefly saw it in the trailer using a different kind of effect from what we've seen in Cold War and even Modern Warfare Zombies, where this has a blue flame effect around it with the symbols, but it does still look like it can increase the power of zombies around it based on this picture here of them having the fiery blue eyes. In the description for it says the Elder Disciples gain strength as they empower the zombies around them while summoning more undead to join the battle. Using their dark magic, these fetid floating carcasses can force their allies to evolve more quickly. Okay, so that could be good for camo grinding. Depending on what zombies we have on this map, we could get something like, I don't know, vermins or parasites to evolve faster into like doppelgas or into like amalgams, but they have confirmed that there's not going to be amalgams on this map, so I don't know what's going to evolve quicker. Maybe some of these like toxic zombies that we're going to look at in a minute, but just something to look out for camo grinding. But also from what they said so far, and if we read the next sentence, I'm getting way too ahead of myself. It says allowing a lowly zombie to more rapidly transform into a doppelgas or some other sinister form. So doppelgas will be on this map, but we won't have amalgams. A little bit weird. I'm not the biggest fan of having returning enemies again on the map. It kind of seems very repetitive, but Doppelgas, they're relatively new. I'm not the most mad about it, but I will just see how the map plays. But then it also says eliminate Elder Disciples before their forces grow too powerful, keeping it at a distance to avoid the scream it lets loose against players who draw too close. So that's definitely something new that a Disciple has not done before. Mainly what they do is try to like health steal you, you know, revive or refill their own health by taking from yours and then powering up zombies around them. But this seems like you don't even want to get close to it. So that's going to be interesting to see how you take it down with something like a shotgun or a melee weapon. And it says the deadly enemy grows more agitated as it takes damage. So try to get the job done fast. Okay. Maybe this will be the elite enemy of this map and not a special enemy. So it seems like it might have a higher health pool. Maybe even the zombies around it could contribute to its health pool, the ones that it spawns in. Kind of similar to the amalgam that we fight on the tomb, where it's got zombies kind of chained to it, where you have to take them out to take its shield out, but maybe it's just all a combined health pool with all the zombies around. I don't know, that's just speculation. But this is definitely a more fun rework of the Disciple than we've seen something like with the Mimic, or them just adding like electric powers to it. And then for the toxic zombies, it says as the sickly yellow fog descends across the mansion, expect the inhabitants to take an even more revolting pallor. Big word. Or different word. Easily identifiable due to their greenish hue and more skeletal exterior, toxic zombies appear to have lost all but their base, whatever that word is, functions, and seem to be intent on spreading towards their prey before exploding. So I'm thinking this might be our like parasite vermin round, our hellhound type round, where we're just gonna get nothing but these toxic zombies trying to run at us and explode. And the Wunderwaffe is gonna work how the Wunderwaffe normally does. We're just gonna try to train the zombies around and shoot it at them, where the lightning's gonna chain it in between the whole group of zombies. But what I noticed in the trailer is that it looks like after you pack a punch it, the lightning becomes red, kind of similar to how it was in Vanguard zombies. I don't remember if it turned red in any other games besides that, but just something to think about. And here we get a look at 3 new gobblegums coming in, tactical diffusion being one, which disables the next nuke power-up explosion you activate and gives everyone 2,000 essence instead. That's actually very good for a rare gobblegum. That'll be very nice for getting points up fast in early game and using that with like raindrops power up, or using any sort of like nuke power up. Very good for getting some money early game, and it won't end the round for you, at least hopefully. And then we have the legendary gobblegum support group, which will give you, it looks like, a support streak or a kill streak. So you're going to be able to get an RCXD, Mangler Cannon, Sentry Gun, or Mutant Injector, which would save you a ton of salvage on a high round if you're just trying to use Mutant Injectors, but it is a gamble. And then we have a new whimsical doppelgum. The die-pitched zombies will have high-pitched voices, and it lasts for 3 minutes. That could be fun to mess around with. That combined with the farts, will it make the farts high pitched too? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But with that support group gobblegum, it does not mention the death machine in there, but it does confirm that we are getting the death machine getting added into the zombies and into multiplayer, which this was a lot of fun to use back in Cold War. This is something you pull out to, you know, go ahead and take down like an abomination or like some sort of big boss, or just, you know, bring out big gun and shoot zombie. But it is going to be 1,750 salvage, a little bit more than a self-revive, a little bit more on the expensive side, but I guess we'll wait and see how much ammo it has and how much damage it can do. Could be very useful. And on top of us getting a new zombies map, we are getting a new mode to zombies called Team Cranked, which looks like it's going to work like similar to the Cowabunga crank that we got earlier this season, where it says that the rules are the crank timer starts when the first enemy is eliminated. The timer starts at 30 seconds. Each enemy eliminated replenishes the timer to its current maximum, and every round survived causing the maximum timer to be reduced by 1 second. So that would be crazy to try to get to any round past like 15 would be very, very difficult to keep it going. Essence earned by eliminating zombies is increased compared to standard/directed mode. The time stopper field upgrade replaces your loadout's field upgrade, just like we saw in Cowabunga Cranked. And main quests and Easter eggs are enabled, thank God. So if you're looking to add some difficulty to your Easter egg runs, go ahead and try this mode with it. And we only really get the icon for another limited time mode coming into zombies called Zombie Snacks, but in this little snippet, it does reveal that we are getting a Frost Blast as our next field upgrade. And as for new weapons being added in on the Season 3 launch, we are getting the Kilo 141, the CR56 AMAX, the HDR, and the Cali sticks. And then mid-season, we are getting the Landra SMG, kind of looks like the OTS from Cold War. And we're going to see the return of the nail gun from Cold War as well. Hopefully this will be fun to use in zombies. There are also some new attachments being added in, like the monolithic suppressor. I wonder what the effect is going to be with this in zombies, because suppressors already add an increased drop rate to salvage. Maybe this will be even more salvage, or maybe be something like, you know, more streaks will drop or more points or something like that. And then we are getting the Growl conversion kit for the SWAT 5.56. I really hope with this, I don't even care if the weapon's like great or not. I just want the original iron sights for it because those iron sights were beautiful. And then we're getting a conversion kit for the C9, adding 10mm rounds. And for the Goblin Mark II, we are getting the mini rocket conversion. I don't know what that is, but it seems like it'd be crazy. Actually, it says right here, the Goblin Mark II into a fully automatic weapon with explosive rocket ammunition. Splash damage capabilities come at the expense of bullet velocity and rate of fire, but we now have double taps, rate of fire, maybe not that big of a deal with it. And we're getting some new gunsmith features with the base blueprint swap. You're now able to customize any Black Ops 6 base weapon or weapon blueprint with a skin that you've unlocked or purchased across multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. But it says here for base weapons, you can only change the skin of the base weapon, not any attachments. But for blueprints, you can customize skins with other existing attachments. Not quite sure what that means, but it looks like we can finally mix and match all the attachments on our weapons and try to make something look decent. And finally, we have a camo hub. This is something that I've been asking for since the game launched because it's been very difficult for me to go through each individual weapon to see what camos I still have to do in zombies or like in multiplayer. And now we can just go to this menu, go to all of our assault rifles, SMG, shotguns, you know, whatever weapon class, and see what I still have to do for each weapon. I'm very glad they added this in. And that basically covers all the new content we're getting in Season 3, but I just want to go through a few things that I saw in the Zombies reveal trailer that could be worth noting. Right here by the double tap machine, we can see a bunch of targets in the background. That's definitely going to be a side Easter egg for taking out all those targets in a certain amount of time. I'm thinking free perk, perhaps. We also get a look at an elevator on the map, perhaps the one that we saw in the original Liberty Falls trailer with Richtofen going down there and getting grabbed by like the Dark Aether form of Maxis. But it seems like this is going to work similar to Citadel when you go to Pack-a-Punch, where when that elevator opens, a bunch of zombies are going to come out like that doppelgas. So that'll be fun. Also, elevator drop, just like Die Rise. A quick sneak peek at the Pack-a-Punch camo for the map. And we get to see the Sam AI face-to-face, or as they call it, the face-to-face plate. Still disappointed that it's not Julie Nathanson voicing it, that she was kind of driven away by all the actual AI stuff that COD has been implementing. Hopefully at some point they can bring it back or bring her back. But either way, very disappointed that she is no longer voicing the character at the moment, but very interested to see what happens with the AI, because at the very end of the trailer, we get a nice little voice quote from Richtofen saying, "You might not trust me, but definitely do not trust her." So with that and the name of the map, they're definitely building up the Sam AI to be some sort of antagonist, or at least put some distrust in it. And I'm interested to see where Richtofen's at, if he's talking to us, or if these are just voice notes or like recordings left around the map, or if he's somewhere being held by the Sam AI. Also, where's Blanchard? But that's all the new information we have for the Season 3 update for Zombies. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate our love and support, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.